It's time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Thursday, June the 24th, 2021. Brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Funeral service for Ann Williams, 80 of Odessa, was held yesterday morning at the Muleshoe Primitive Baptist Church on Wednesday, June the 23rd, here in Muleshoe, with Elder Cleveland Bass of Cortez, Colorado, and Elder James Baker of Amarillo officiating. Burial was held in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Ann died on Saturday, June the 19th in Odessa. She was born August 19th, 1940, in San Angelo to Elder KB and Laureen Riley Martin. She married Marshall Catfish Wayne Williams in Floydada and was a member of the Muleshoe Primitive Baptist Church. She loved quilting, sewing, and cooking. She attended Watson Business College in Plainview and was preceded in death by her husband, Marshall Catfish Williams, her parents, and one brother, William David Billy Martin. Ann is survived by her daughters, Kim Smith and husband Keith of Spicewood, Marcia Davis and her husband Donnie of Odessa, Suzanne Wilhelm and her husband Ken of Plainview, and one brother, Don Martin, and his wife Sandra of Amarillo. 3 grandchildren, Garrett Davis, Joseph Wilhelm, and Nathan Wilhelm, all survive her. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Muleshoe Primitive Baptist, P.O. Box 36, Lasbuddy, Texas 79053. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. Please keep the family of Ann Williams on your prayer list today. Again, her funeral services were held yesterday morning, Wednesday, June the 23rd, at the Muleshoe Primitive Baptist Church. Ryder White was born June the 3rd, 1997 at Chandler Regional Hospital in Chandler, Arizona, and he died on June the 11th, 2021 in Arizona at the age of 24. Please keep this family on your prayer list today, a real tragedy. Ryder was interested and good at football, movies, history, golf, theater, horses, and livestock. Ryder had a successful high school football career here at Muleshoe High School in Texas, which led to his attendance at the New Mexico Military Institute in Roswell, where he studied history and made many great memories. Ryder will be remembered as a loyal friend to many and a very loving son, brother, grandson, nephew, and cousin. He had a heart of gold, a beautiful soul, and loved his family dearly. He will be forever missed and loved by all that knew him. He is survived by his mother, Nature, a sister, Urban, grandparents, Deb and Brian, great-grandmother, Beverly, uncles, Bull, Wynn, Hal, and Jim Babe, and aunts, Lariette, Patty, Tanny, and Alexis. He was preceded in death by an uncle, Ace, great-grandfather Tex, and a grandmother, Marla. Memorial services will be held this Saturday, June the 26th at 10 a.m. at the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints at 21915 East Cloud Road, Queen Creek, Arizona, 85142. Reception will immediately follow at Schneff's Big Red Barn. Again, memorial service for Ryder White will be Saturday, June the 26th at 10 in the morning at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Queen Creek, Arizona. A reception will follow at Schneff's Big Red Barn. Please keep the Ryder White family on your prayer list today. He grew up some here and went to Muleshoe High School. Sorry to report that on Monday, June the 21st, Robbie Subristo died in Edmond, Oklahoma at her home. She is the wife of Wayne Bristow, who grew up right here in Muleshoe. Robbie was born at home in Waldron, Arkansas on August the 2nd, 1936 to Aline Booth Johnson and Robert Lloyd Johnson. Her father was drawn to the West Texas oil fields, so her family settled in Levelland, where she graduated from high school in 1954. During her senior year at Levelland High School, she and her partner, Betty Grace Copeland, won the UIL debate championship in Texas. Robbie was the pastor secretary at First Baptist Church in Levelland when she and her future husband, Wayne Bristow, met. They were married in Levelland on August the 25th, 1958, while they were both students at Wayland Baptist College in Plainview. Robbie and Wayne lived in Lubbock from 1961 to 1982. She was an executive secretary for Mr. Pennington, a vice president at Texas Tech University. Also Charles Megan, president of the Lubbock National Bank, and Clifford B. Jones, the retired president of Texas Tech. After the birth of their son, Robert Clinton Bristow, on December the 27th, 1969, she was a loving mother and housewife. Robbie was a partner in ministry with her husband as he was engaged in a global ministry of evangelism and missions. She traveled with him to the UK, Europe, and the Middle East, East Africa, Bermuda, the Caribbean, Brazil, Central America. In addition, she accompanied him on extensive travels throughout the USA, including Hawaii. In 1982, Robbie moved with her family to Richmond, Virginia, where her husband served on the headquarters staff of the Foreign Mission Board of the Southern Baptist Convention. In 1986, Robbie put down roots with her family in Edmond, Oklahoma. She continued in her role as a mother and housewife. She was excited and happy about becoming a grandmother. She enjoyed solving crossword puzzles and word games. She took great delight in watching classic Hollywood musicals and B-westerns from the 30s, 40s, and 50s. She was a fan of all the Agatha Christie mysteries. Robbie was a member of Edmond's First Baptist Church and is survived by a great circle of friends from that church and her close-knit neighborhood. She was preceded in death by her parents, and she is survived by her husband, Clinton Wayne Bristow of Edmond, Oklahoma. Of course, Wayne grew up right here in Muleshoe. Her son, Robert Clinton Bristow, a granddaughter, Serenity Rennie Catherine Ford Bristow, and a grandson, Andrew Lloyd Bristow of Rogers, Arkansas, a sister, Ellen Johnson Wilson, and a brother-in-law, Woody Joe Wilson of Lubbock, nieces, Carol Sue Wilson of Lubbock, Carla Sue Wilson, and Russell Dean Wilson of Missouri. Robbie's life will be celebrated on July the 1st, next week, during a casual gathering of family and friends in the chapel of Crawford Funeral Home at 610 Northwest 178th Street, Edmond, Oklahoma. The 2 p.m. memorial will proceed by a welcoming reception. Please keep the family of Robbie Bristow on your prayer list today, especially her husband Wayne, who grew up right here in Muleshoe. The Board of Directors of the Muleshoe Hospital District will meet this evening at 6 p.m. on Thursday, June the 24th at the old dining room at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street. Items on the agenda include a call to order, open forum, approved minutes of previous meetings. They will give the oath of office to Dan Orasco for Place 4, Memorial Fund information and action, financial and statistical reports, have administrative reports, and adjourn. That's all going on this evening, Thursday, June the 24th at 6 p.m. The Muleshoe Area Hospital District Board of Directors meeting will be at the dining room at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, 708 South 1st Street, right here in Muleshoe, Texas. The Bailey County Senior Center invites you to celebrate the 4th of July with them during their 17th annual 4th of July brisket barbecue meal. It will include beans, potato salad, cornbread, and cobbler, all going on Saturday, July the 3rd, next weekend, 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. there at the Senior Center, Main and Avenue D. It's $12 per plate. Everyone is welcome. Make plans to join them there at the Senior Center. They will also be having a baked goods auction that will take place at 1 p.m. with Kim Bells and Carlos Contreras as their guest auctioneers. Also, they are having a raffle now. Get your tickets from any Senior Center board member or any of the employees there at the Senior Center. They will be raffling off 2 Craftsman self-propelled lawnmowers valued at $379 each, a Craftsman gas cultivator valued at $279, and a Craftsman 4-cycle gas edger valued at $219. Tickets are $10 each, or 3 for $25. 4 chances to win. Drawings will be held at noon on Saturday, July the 3rd, there at the Senior Center here in Muleshoe. They'll be having entertainment as well at the Senior Center during that barbecue brisket meal. Again, Saturday, July the 3rd, 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. It's $12 per plate. Now, the night before, on Friday, July the 2nd, beginning at 7 p.m. there in the street in front of the Senior Center on Main Street, they will be having their 4th of July street dance at 319 South Main Street. Carlos Contreras and the Center Point Church Band will be playing live music, and a DJ will be playing several different genres of music. Bring your chairs and sit back and enjoy the entertainment. The entire block will be closed off, and there's no charge for the street dance. All ages are welcome. Face painting will be available for the kids, again, beginning at 7 p.m. on Friday, July the 2nd, there in the street on Main Street in front of the Senior Center, Main and Avenue D. The Bailey County Senior Center street dance, Friday, July the 2nd. Everyone is welcome. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments. This edition is brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
Hey Muleshoe, I'm Julia Reynolds, and whenever I come to town to visit family, I always choose Leal's Mexican Restaurant, preferably more than one. My favorite is the Laura Special with extra queso. It gets no better than that. The original Leal's Mexican Restaurant is located at 1010 West American Boulevard, where you can dine in with the Leal's family's authentic dishes or carry out by simply calling ahead at 806-272-3294.
And this edition of the Muletrain News is brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant, which we do appreciate. Make sure to say thanks to all those that sponsor programs here on the Muletrain News, like Leal's, the local hospital, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, along with K&K Pharmacy. We're looking for another sponsor for our Muletrain News. As over the past couple of months, we've lost both our local banks as they've been gobbled up by larger banks and acquired in mergers and acquisitions. So if you can assist us by sponsoring the Muletrain News, call us here. Call me, 806-566-5881 is my cell phone. Well, the Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce is preparing for a large 4th of July celebration here in Muleshoe that will be held on Saturday, July the 3rd. Most of it will take place at the Courthouse Square. But beginning at 9 a.m. that morning, they will have the parade lineup on South Main Street next to the Boy Scout grounds. The parade will begin at 10 a.m. They'll have a special recognition for veterans and active duty service members. Then 11 a.m. until 2 p.m., of course, as we mentioned earlier, will be the 17th annual brisket barbecue meal at the Senior Citizens Center. At 12 noon, they will have a live performance of the world premiere of Pete the Mule song, and you'll hear all about how this song came about as a man who served in the late 60s at Cannon Air Force Base fell in love with our own Pete the Mule Memorial here in Muleshoe, and he hired someone to write a song about Pete the Mule, and that live performance will be at noon at the courthouse. At 1:15 p.m., they'll have live music by Mariachi Hima. United Supermarkets at 2:30 will sponsor a pie eating contest there at the Courthouse Square. 3 p.m., they'll have the Little Miss and Little Mr. Firecracker pageant. Then at 5 p.m., the Mule Days and Kickin' Nights Festival will begin at the Muleshoe Country Club. At dark 30, the big fireworks show will take place at the new city park, the West City Park here in Muleshoe. That's all going on during the 4th of July celebration that will be held on Saturday, July the 3rd here in Muleshoe, Texas. There will be a kickball tournament at the Babe Ruth Park, a cornhole tournament at the courthouse, along with volleyball at the courthouse, a softball tournament at the Rocky Florist Park. There'll be tons of food trucks and vendor tents and booths around the courthouse. If you want more information about any of these kickball, softball, cornhole, or volleyball tournaments, or to register your food truck or vendor booth, contact Andrea Alfaro at the Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce. She's the manager there. Call her today at 806-518-8566, and she can either help you out and get you registered or send you to the right person. Also, they'll have a car, tractor, and motorcycle show. It's free entry. Bring your hot rod, old or new, and join in the festivities. You will participate in the parade at 9 a.m., and then the car show begins immediately following the parade around the courthouse. For more information, you can call Andrea at 806-272-4248. Also, along with the car, tractor, and motorcycle show, they're going to have a most patriotic bike contest on Saturday. It's free entry. Bring out the streamers, ribbon, and decorate your bike in the most patriotic for your chance to win a prize. Judging will take place immediately after the parade by the car show setup. Again, call Andrea for more information on how to get registered, 806-518-8566. Now, if you're interested in getting your team signed up for the kickball tournament, it's $120 per team. They have you need 10 people per team, must have equal number of girls and guys. The deadline to register is June the 30th next week. To sign up, contact Lori Marufo, 806-729-6071, Carolina Regalado, 806-518-5319, or Goya Franco, 806-315-0290. It's a free entry for the United Supermarket Pie Eating Contest, but call the Chamber and Andrea now to register, 272-4248. The Little Miss and Mr. Firecracker pageant is $20 entry fee. There'll be 3 divisions, under 1, 1 to 3, and 4 to 6. You can contact Andrea. Again, please do it by June the 30th, 806-518-8566 to get your little one in the Little Miss and Mr. Firecracker pageant for this year. And, of course, all that's going on Saturday, July the 3rd, to be in conjunction with the Mule Days and Kickin' Nights concert, which will be beginning that evening on Saturday, July the 3rd, at the Muleshoe Country Club. We'll have more on that here in just a few moments. It's time now for the weather forecast, brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy. And K&K Pharmacy is celebrating next week on Tuesday, June the 29th, all day long, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m., their 10th year anniversary celebration. They've been in business right here in Muleshoe for 10 years now, and we appreciate every one of those years. It's great to have a local home-owned, hometown pharmacy. And for their 10th anniversary, they will have the best 10 deals, 10-cent special on select over-the-counter products. See the staff for details on that day, Tuesday next week. $10 per bottle on select Prime, multivitamins, and supplements, 1 per customer. 10% off CBD products, 10% off all Consuela, Corksicle, and gift items. They will have 2 grand prizes. Current and new customers are available to win these 2 big grand prizes. Plus, they'll have cookies and punch all day long. They want to say thank you to all their loyal customers as they are in business because of you. 10 years, Christine and Crystal and all of their great staff at K&K Pharmacy. They're celebrating 10 years in a business right here in Muleshoe. Tuesday, June the 29th, all day long, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. at K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe, 1411 West American Boulevard. Well, we've been on quite an up and down ride this week here in Muleshoe with triple-digit heats and then a cold front that moved through earlier in the week. The last 6 days, our highs have been in the mid to upper 90s, along with a peaking out at 101 degrees on Sunday for Muleshoe. The low was 67. Then that front came through later Sunday evening. Some clouds rolled in, and we did have a very small little rain shower that gave us 3/100ths of an inch of rain Sunday evening. Then the temperatures got much, much cooler for Monday. The high was only 80 degrees during the day on Monday here in Muleshoe. The low was 63. Tuesday it was cooler as well. 93 was the high, and the low was 60. But yesterday on Wednesday we got right back to it as our high was 101. The low last night was from the previous morning, 68, as our temperatures stayed way up through the overnight hours here in Muleshoe last night. In fact, it was still 87 degrees and windy as well at midnight last night at the Muleshoe Mesonet station. 87 degrees at midnight and windy conditions. It finally did drop down into the 60s, but it didn't occur until 4 a.m. this morning, so stayed really warm overnight here for Muleshoe. We were really blessed with a wet May, but we're sort of back to a very dry pattern here in Muleshoe as we only have 52/100ths of an inch of rain so far during the month of June at the Muleshoe Mesonet station. The Earth Mesonet station, which is right next to Tolk Plant, has done a little bit better at 95/100ths of an inch, but still very dry, and the vast majority of that rain was in a rainstorm that was on June the 2nd, so much earlier in the month. The Muleshoe Mesonet got 54/100ths, got 52/100ths of the 54/100 total for June on that June 2nd rainstorm. The Earth Mesonet got 95/100ths of their 97/100ths of an inch for the month of June on June the 2nd. So I got those wrong. 97/100ths for June in Earth Mesonet, and the Muleshoe Mesonet has 54/100ths, and the vast majority of that came in that storm on June the 2nd. But hopefully our tide will turn here and we'll get some more rain, as we have a rainy pattern that will set in to the South Plains and Panhandle regions. Isolated showers and thunderstorms are possible actually today, beginning mainly after 4 p.m., a 20% chance of rain. Sunny and hot otherwise. It's not going to be quite as hot as yesterday, but still pretty up there, high 99 degrees for this afternoon. Southwest winds around 15 miles per hour. Isolated showers and thunderstorms possible this evening as well. Before 1 a.m., partly cloudy. Low tonight, only around 70 degrees. South winds around 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain is 20%. Sunny and hot again tomorrow on Friday. High near 99 again. Southwest winds around 15 miles per hour. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms beginning Friday evening. Partly cloudy with a low around 66. South winds around 15 miles per hour. Then now the weekend comes, we're going to have big rain chances and cooler temps, so that will be a blessing. And so please say a prayer that we start getting some more rain for Muleshoe. A 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms Saturday afternoon, mainly after 1 p.m. Mostly sunny, high near 90 degrees. Northeast winds around 15 miles per hour. Then showers and thunderstorms likely Saturday evening. Mostly cloudy, low around 61. Northeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 70% for Saturday night. Sunday, showers and thunderstorms likely as well. Chance of rain is 60% during the day on Sunday, mainly in the afternoon hours. Partly sunny, high near 79 degrees. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. So much, much cooler for Sunday. It's a high only around 79, 80 degrees. Sunday night, showers and thunderstorms again likely. Mostly cloudy. Low around 58 degrees Sunday evening into the overnight hours. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of showers and thunderstorms during the day on Monday. Mostly cloudy. High only at 75 degrees. Northeast winds around 15 miles per hour. Monday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy. Low around 58. Tuesday, again, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, partly sunny, high near 79. Tuesday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, again, partly cloudy, low around 58. Wednesday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, high near 84. So that is a very promising looking next 6 or 7 days weather forecast for the Muleshoe area. Hope it continues that way. We get a lot of rain. And then beginning Friday evening for the Senior Center street dance, it all clears up and gets nice. And then, of course, during the day on Saturday, July the 3rd, that weekend, we have a nice day as well on tap for all of the chamber activities, Senior Center activities, and, of course, the big Mule Days Kickin' Nights concert Saturday evening at the Country Club. But rain chances beginning tonight with 20%, and then or beginning this afternoon after 4 p.m., 20%. This evening, 20%. Highs will still be very hot, around 99. Low today, around 70. And the same on Friday, high around 99. Low will be around 66 Friday evening or Friday overnight. And a 20% chance of rain Friday evening. But then Saturday, cooler temps, high around 90. And a 40% chance of rain during the afternoon hours. A 70% chance of rain Saturday night. Low around 61, and then much cooler temperatures for Sunday, high around 79. Chance of rain is 60% during the day, and showers and thunderstorms likely Sunday evening as well, with a low around 58. Cooler temperatures and rain chances Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Wednesday night as well. So let's pray for some more rain for Muleshoe. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. Well, the big Mule Days Kickin' Nights concerts, sponsored by Coors Light, and will benefit Muleshoe Meals on Wheels, the Muleshoe Volunteer Fire Department, and the Bailey County EMS, featuring the band American Aquarium and the Giovanni and the Hired Guns, will be Saturday, July the 3rd, right here in Muleshoe at the Muleshoe Country Club. Gates will open at 5 p.m. Tickets are $15 ahead of the concert, $25 at the gate. 10 and under are allowed in free. The Muleshoe's Lions Club will present the ping pong ball drop. First place wins half the pot. It's $1 per ball. Now, if you want to get your tickets beforehand and get the $15 discount rate, we have shared the link to Outhouse Tickets on our Twitter feed, Channel 6 Muleshoe, along with our two Facebook pages, Gil Lamb and Channel 6 Muleshoe, and you can click on that and easily buy your tickets online now. It's $15 ahead of the concert, $25 at the gate. I love live music and seen lots of it all across the country for many years now, and this is one of the few times I'm excited to say I am excited to see a concert right here in my hometown in Muleshoe. American Aquarium is the real deal. For nearly a decade, American Aquarium has spent the majority of their days on the road, burning through a sprawl of highways during the day and playing hours of raw, rootsy rock and roll at night. Sometimes the job is a grind. Most times it's a blessing. American Aquarium songs filled with biographical lyrics about last calls, lost love, and long horizons have always explored both sides of that divide. For every drunken night at the bar, there's a hangover in the morning. For every new relationship, there's a chance of a broken heart. It's that kind of honesty, that sort of balance, that makes the band's newest album, Wolves, their strongest release to date. And it nearly didn't happen when American Aquarium traveled to Muscle Shoals to record Burn, Flicker, Die in 2012. They were convinced the album would be their last, even though they had enlisted the help of award-winning singer-songwriter Jason Isbell to produce the sessions. They were exhausted, weathered, and whittled to the bone by more than a half-decade of heavy partying and heavier touring. To a small group of die-hard fans, they were absolute rock stars. But being rock stars to a cult audience doesn't always put food on your table or gas in your tank. B.J. Barham, the band's frontman, was so poor that he'd been living out of a storage unit for months, unable to afford an apartment in the band's hometown of Raleigh, North Carolina. Clearly something had to give. Maybe it was time to make one final album, an album about failure, desperation, disillusionment, and then throw in the towel. As fate would have it, Burn, Flicker, Die eventually proved itself to be the band's most successful release to date. Critics loved it, fans rallied behind it. Fast forward 2 years, and almost 500 shows later, the band has traveled the world, quadrupled their fan base, and reinvented their passion for the road. When the time came to record another album in June 2014, it only made sense to do something that celebrated survival rather than failure. The result, Wolves, which Barham describes as the sound of a band firing on all cylinders, produced by Megaphone Brad Cook and recorded during a 20-day stay in Echo Mountain Studios in Asheville, North Carolina. Wolves was funded entirely by American Aquarium's die-hard fan base. The album's 10 tracks represents a departure from the band's signature twang, instead drawing more from the alternative rock sound that inspired their name almost a decade ago. Wolves blends the twang of the pedal steel with the dark, dirty swirl of 2 electric guitars, creating a sound that's fit for the roadhouse, the honky-tonk, and the dive bar. Barham has certainly spent time in all 3, but now looks to brighter horizons in these new songs. I've always written about being the drunk guy at the bar at 2 a.m., he admits. I've written about the pickup lines and the drinking and the drugs. This record is more personal than that. It's a coming-of-age record. It's also a record that reaffirms his faith in American Aquarium, a band he started in 2006. Since that time, more than 25 musicians have passed through the group's ranks. In recent years, though, things have felt a lot more stable. Ryan Johnson, Bill Corbin, Whit Wright, Kevin McLean, and the newest addition, Colin Domino, round out the group, turning Barham's songs into fiery, fleshed-out compositions. With Wolves, which hit stores in 2015, American Aquarium is literally bigger and better. And, of course, they've released an album or 2 since then, including a surprise album that came out in May, which was a total covers album, which was a lot of fun and a departure from their usual fare of originals. And it was all covers from 1990s country songs, and it was a lot of fun. You might want to check out that album as well. It's called Slappers, Bangers, and Certified Twangers. Now here's B.J. Barham, the lead singer of American Aquarium, with a message about Mule Days.
Hey guys, it's BJ from American Aquarium. Just want to let you know I'm super excited to get to Muleshoe, Texas for Mule Days Kicking Nights on July 3rd. Tickets are on sale now, and I hope to see you there. Can't wait to see y'all.
Again, we've shared the link where you can buy your pre-sale tickets and get the discounted $15 right now on our Twitter feed, Channel 6 Muleshoe, and both of our Facebook pages, Gil-Am and Channel 6 Muleshoe. They're available through Outhouse Tickets. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned.
I grew up in De Leon, Texas. De Leon is a town in north central Texas. In 2011, I went to Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. I graduated in 2015. I did an internship in Jersey City. I stayed there and completed a residency in family medicine, and I started here August of 2018. So I actually see patients from the full newborn screening exams to very old, so everything in between. It's important as you get on in life that you establish a relationship with a doctor, that you're able to discuss personal issues and have a trust there. And so as soon as you can establish that relationship, you and your doctor are a team and you're working towards this goal. And the better you can work with your doctor as a team, the more honest you are with your doctor, the more information you can give him, the better the results will be.
Well, we're producing here at Gil-Am Advertising a video that's spotlighting some of the really interesting and successful alumni of Muleshoe High School. And we know the 4th of July brings a lot of former Muleshoe residents and Muleshoe High School graduates back home to town. And if you know someone that would be a good fit for a project like that has done some really interesting and spectacular things during their career after Muleshoe High School, please call me here at Channel 6 on my cell phone, 806-566-5652. 5881 would like to have some more interesting stories from MHS grads of things that they've done with their career. Carolyn Johnson writing in this week's Muleshoe Senior Center news says members and staff of the Bailey County Senior Citizen Center are busy getting ready for their annual 4th of July celebration, with the 4th being on Sunday this year. All of the activities will be on Saturday, July the 3rd. They're presently selling raffle tickets as a fundraiser. They will be raffling off 2 Craftsman self-propelled lawnmowers, a Craftsman cultivator, and a Craftsman gas edger that gives everyone that buys a ticket 4 chances to win. Tickets are being sold for $10 each, or 3 for $25, or 12 for $100. Marcus Stevens, the new manager at United, has been a great help to us, as have the previous United managers. They allow us every year to set up sales tables at their store to promote the annual fundraiser. Because of this, the 4th of July barbecue brisket meal is always our largest fundraiser of the year. If you haven't met Marcus, come inside United to do so. He's 27 years old, who is most impressive with his energy, charisma, intelligence, and creativity. He is one of the youngest store directors to ever work at a United grocery. Moving from Florida to Muleshoe was quite a change, but Marcus says he is enjoying every minute of it. Before coming to Muleshoe, he was assistant store director at Littlefields United. Marcus has a 3-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son who live in Lubbock. He has 2 brothers and 1 sister. He told me that all of his family was still in Florida, with the exception of his 2 children. He added that he was very close to his family, but his older brother, Stanley, had influenced his life the most. Marcus shared that he began his work in the grocery business by starting as a sacker for Winn-Dixie when he was a junior in high school. He went on to tell me that it wasn't until he worked at United that he saw it as a career opportunity. He said that he loved the training that United provided and was especially impressed with the store's leadership program and annual development program. Apparently, United was impressed with Marcus. They took him out of the development program after only 2 weeks and gave him a director's job at one of their stores. Since then, he has worked stores in every region of their operation except Amarillo and Albuquerque. There is no doubt that Marcus is a competitive director. When asked his main goal for our Muleshoe store, he said to draw more sales and take from our competition as much as we can. He also said that he wanted to be a director who gave back to the community. He is already doing that. United provides baked goods to our members on a weekly basis. He allows our board members to come into the store and sell tickets for our fundraiser, as I stated earlier. He also joined our Rotary Club here in Muleshoe. When asked what he liked best about Muleshoe, he responded, the people. He was impressed that everyone was so friendly and treated him as if he was already a leader in the community. Marcus explained to me a program he has in the store called U-Crew Hours. This program is for his hourly employees who help with nonprofits or community events or needs and are awarded by United. This program is great for our community and allows United to identify other leaders who might want leadership roles in the business. How does Marcus spend his time? He said he previously enjoyed weightlifting, but since becoming a father, he most enjoys just spending time with his 2 children. I very much enjoyed my visit with Marcus. It was obvious he finds true happiness in doing his daily work and shows a zest for living that ignites in others a hope for the future. His first day in Muleshoe was May 23rd, just a little over a month ago. This will be Marcus's first 4th of July to celebrate in Muleshoe. We are hoping it will be one of the best ever. We encourage everyone to come out to all of the activities and events. Our center still have lots going on. They will have a float for the senior veterans in the parade. The center location is always a good one to come and watch the parade go by. Chairs will be provided for our seniors under our awning, or you can always watch from inside our air-conditioned building. On Saturday, July the 3rd, from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., they will have their 17th annual barbecue brisket meal. The Muleshoe Pickers will be inside entertaining before and during the meal. Come into our cool air-conditioned facility, enjoy the music, a fabulous meal, and visit with friends and acquaintances. We certainly need everyone's help this year. This is usually our biggest fundraiser. All of the events of the city and chamber were canceled last year, but not before we had already bought everything for our meal. We decided to go ahead with our plans, but we had to follow the social distancing rules from COVID. This resulted in us making about half of what we normally raise. We are hoping the numbers will be back to normal this year. The cost for the meal is $12 per plate, and everyone of all ages are, of course, invited to come. After the meal, they will draw for the winners of the raffle tickets. After that, we will have a live auction for baked goods prepared by your seniors. Carlos Contreras and Kim Bells will be the auctioneers. The baked items will be on display inside the center before the meal. The Bailey County Senior Center is most important to our community. The staff and board of directors have had to step back, take a deep breath, and assess the changes and problems faced from the previous year. Community nonprofits such as ours were among those hurt the most financially. Now is not the time to give up. Please come out and support our fundraising activities this 4th of July weekend. Your participation and donations will help us recover and move forward to improve the life and prosperity of our aging seniors. And that was Carolyn Johnson writing for this Senior Center News from our Bailey County Senior Citizens Group. Also, Carolyn Johnson writes, the Bailey County Senior Citizen Center has received a $7,500 grant from the Community Foundation of West Texas. The grant is to be used to fund a workshop that is being planned called Courage to Grieve. The Community Foundation of West Texas grant will be used to provide a workshop for those who have lost a loved one or a close friend and need help in getting through the grieving process. We unexpectedly lost a total of 40 members of the Senior Citizen Center from 2020 to present time. This number is about 3 times the number of deaths normally experienced in this time period. It was on the very first day of reopening from COVID-19 that we saw a need for grief counseling to help our members move forward. Since announcing our grant, we have already received inquiries, and several pastors have called to say they had individuals in their congregation that are interested in the program. Our hope is that our workshops serve as a bright candle along a dark, mysterious path of which most of us are unprepared to travel. Established in 1981, the Community Foundation of West Texas is a regional philanthropic entity created by and for the people of the Texas South Plains region. The Community Foundation exists to improve quality of life in the region by helping area donors to give in ways that make an enduring impact on the communities. In 2020, the Community Foundation and its affiliates awarded more than $57 million in grants and scholarships and funding projects of hundreds of nonprofit organizations, schools, and government agencies. You can visit their website for more information at www.cfwtx.org to learn more. The Bailey County Senior Center is now accepting donations to fund future programs and continue their operation. And you can call for more information to give to the Senior Center at 806-272-4969. And that is a great program that will be upcoming. Courage to Grieve, sponsored by a $7,500 grant from the West Texas, or the Community Foundation of West Texas, that will be put on there at the Bailey County Senior Citizens. And that was Carolyn Johnson writing. And as soon as they have that set up, we will let you know. On your prayer list today, remember Joe Jinks, Pat Nichols, Sally Ellis, J.W. Harrington, Leonardo Avilas, Wynn Cantwell, Jeff Skipworth, Deborah St. Clair, Elizabeth Beckerink, Max King, Robert Johnson, Jimmy K. Moore, Deborah Walls, Bruce Purdy, Walter Murray Boness, Molly Anthony, Wanda Cockerham, Carolyn and Lawrence Stovall, Ellen Ladd, Melbourne Tom Bratcher, Kearney Scoggin, Buck and Lynn Campbell have recently moved to Lubbock. Keep Tony Barrier on your prayer list as he moves to Oklahoma from Muleshoe. Darlene Martin, Marilyn Cox, Debbie Connor, Michael Angeli, Betty Ruth Wood, Jeremy Combs, Mary Nell Bleeker, Maureen Hooten, Betty Noble, Connie Alanis. Remember Paul Hammer on your prayer list today. Carolyn Kaufman, Kelvin Johnson. Keep those grieving the recent loss of a loved one on your prayer list today as well, including the family of Ann Williams, the family of Robbie Subristo, the family of Ryder White. Needs to be on your prayer list, please. Keep the family of Harry Sheets on your prayer list. The family of Lily Reyna. The family of Glenda Jennings. Also the family of Joe McWagnon. The family of Lavelle Parker. The family of Rustin Baldwin. And the family of Eva Atwood. Please keep these families grieving the loss of a loved one on your prayer list today. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News program free of charge on demand anytime you want to. Go to muleshoetv.com, click on the Muletrain News link, keep scrolling down, and you can listen to free of charge any of our archived older Muletrain News programs as well.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith, slicing rocks and making jewelry. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Julie Del Order of Crum knows about rocks.
I've always loved rocks. When I was 5, my godfather took me rock hunting the first time in Lake Superior, and I was addicted ever since.
She's been working with rocks more than 25 years. She creates cabochons.
Cabochon is the stone that you put into jewelry pieces that are rounded, not faceted. It's rounded and smooth. I cut my first cab when I was 8, and I just love cutting cabochons ever since. So it could be anything from jaspers to turquoise. A lot of turquoise is made into cabochons, to agates. You can even do a common river rock, too.
She'll take a rock and slice it to make a cabochon.
The smallest I've made is 1/16 of an inch thick. Most of my slabs are between 1/4 and 3/8 of an inch thick.
She's a popular figure at gem and mineral shows around the country.
I do about 17 a year. I have a truck and a trailer that I pull it with. It's just a small trailer, but I've learned to pack it in pretty well.
At shows, she'll spend 3 hours setting up her displays.
I have mineral specimens, rough rock, slabs of a rough rock that you can cut into cabochons, and I sell cabochons, and then tumbled rocks and tools. The tools are for jewelry making, so people can set their stones into jewelry.
Some of her jewelry pieces have arsenic in them.
Well, arsenic is a mineral that is in some stones, like bumblebee jasper has it. Tiger's eye has arsenic in it. To wear it is perfectly fine. It's just you don't want to breathe in the dust when you're cutting the stones. You don't want to cut it without a respirator. A lot of people cut bumblebee jasper and tiger's eye. It's a very common material to cut.
Her bestseller is a rock called Sonora Sunrise out of Mexico. It's used with turquoise and a lot of Indian jewelry. Julie has a family and a full-time job.
So I do this on the side. It's a way to pay for my hobby. I love it. I get my kids involved. They like it now too, and my husband's getting involved. It's an important part of our lives.
She thinks the hobby is growing.
More of the younger generation is starting to get involved in it, which is a great thing because that's what's going to keep this hobby alive.
She has 9 tumblers but loves to slice rocks.
The outside is always ugly, but sometimes the inside is always beautiful.
Julie Del Order lives at Crum, north of Fort Worth. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with The Sound of Texas.